Now that we've been talking about factoring numbers, is there a way that we can compare the factors of any two numbers? Maybe see which ones they have in common, or maybe the greatest factor that they have in common. Let's try. So let's take a couple of numbers, try 24 and 36. And now let's factor them. 24 is even, so we make it 2, and then we get 12 left when we divide. 12 is even, so we get 2 and 6. 6 is even, so we get 2 and 3. These are all primes, so now we have all the factors of 24. So that is 2 cubed times 3. Now over here we have, this is even, so we have 2 times 18. That's even, so we have 2 times 3. Sorry. I've made a mistake. That is not 2 times 3. That is 2 times 9. We know that 9 is a multiple of 3 because it's in the 3 squiggle. So that gives us 3 times 3. Now, if we want to see what factors they have in common, this is 2 squared times 3 squared. Now from there, we can see what they have in common by comparing, pulling out factors one at a time. So there's 3's here and there's 3's there, so let's take out a 3. That's going to give us 3 with a leftover of 8 and 12 when you divide those out. 8 and 12 share some factors, they're both even. So let's multiply that by 2 in order to get, this becomes 2 squared and this becomes just a 2. And then it's still both even because that gives us 6 left over on this side and 4 on that side. So let's divide those 2 by 2 as well because those are still even. So we get one more 2 to pull out, and now we have this number that is now 2 here and 3 here. None of those factors are in common. This now has become 2 times 2 squared times 3, and this has become 3 times 2 squared times 3, meaning 2 times 12 and 3 times 12. So all of the factors we managed to pull out of 24 and 36 ended up going into 12 together. The only factors left over are completely distinct, as in they're separate from one another. None of the remaining factors of 24 are also factors of 36, so we can only keep 12 is the greatest thing we can pull out of both of them. It is the greatest factor they share in common. So we're going to call that a greatest common factor. So greatest common factor of 24 and 36 is 12. Some also call that greatest common divisor because it's the greatest number that divides those two. So if I say GCD, it's the same thing, but I'll probably call it greatest common factor or greatest common divisor for now. Of 24 and 36 equals 12. Let's try for another number. I'm going to erase this because we already have the factor trees. So let's go ahead and pick a couple of separate numbers. How about, let's erase this again. 49 and 28. So right away that we can see this 28 breaks into 2 and something. That something is 14. That breaks in 2 and 7. These are all primes, so we have 28 is equal to 2 squared times 7. 49 breaks down to 7 because it's a multiple of 7 right here. And would like have it 7. These are both prime. So let's go ahead and take the 7 there and say 49 is 7 squared. The only factor that they share in common is one copy of 7. So right here, let's take that one away and take that one away and have 7 times 7 versus 7 times 4. The greatest factor that they share is 7. So the GCD of 49 and 28 is 7. I hope this helped y'all. Have a good one.